Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. Today is Poetry Friday and little B.O.R.E.D and I are ready to give you some good poetry. Are you ready? It's been a long week. We're ending the week in our pajamas, slips, jammies, socks, you name it, relaxation clothes, robes. Little B.O.R.E.D is definitely ready to relax, and so am I, with some poetry. Today's poetry is Yellow Drops of Stardust, a collection of poetry, thoughts, and art by Miriam Otto. There's the front, and here is the back. Yellow Drops of Stardust. Filled with magic, this book is for you. Imagine this book becoming your companion over the next day, week, or maybe even for a month. Let it meet you on your travels as a friend or soulmate with whom you feel a strong and spontaneous connection. You might need it when you go through your day. You decide. Let yourself be surprised. Feel at home. Part 1. Stars and Other Wishes. I weave a net of magic. That's the title. Catching shooting stars and hope. I find yellow drops in niches, which I dare to look at the parts of me that are still missing. Sometimes they fly into my space net, greeting me with a short hello. Like shooting stars and wishes dropping in, I call them hope and hear their whispers at nighttime, my heart's melodies. And now I gift them to you as a long, deep conversation, weaving magic that you long for. Let me invite you into my starship. Have a seat and feel welcome. My name is Pilot of Light. Second one, please collect some yellow drops from the burning sun. Touch the moon's surface when we sleep. Bring some gray from its soil and dust. When you return to my dreams, I will add them to my color palette when I wake up. Life is not always bright. I need some dark shades to obliterate negative thoughts circling around my head. I will use them like a blanket of stars to feel warm again, sensing you near me. Hashtag, you are my sunshine. I strongly believe we hold a whole universe within us, like little worlds and endless realms with vivid landscapes and stories just waiting to be told. You hop from one island to another while you are surrounded by waves of emotion with crystal clear water so salty that you lose yourself in the depth of it. When you fill your lungs with the breeze of the ocean and the tips of waves on your lips, Maybe you will find yourself again if you dip into the now. Hashtag your universe. I don't know if you feel this longing. When I sense it, I dive right away into the cloud of stardust. This place seems to be far away, but I reach it in seconds because I hold it within me. The void tingles on my skin, creates sounds and tickles. It holds tiny particles like stars swirling around me, and I get hypnotized by their circling movements, spinning in the same way again and again. It holds. It starts with humming, vibration in my bones. At first, I see nothing but a part of shining brightness, which blinds me, appearing white with no differentiation. When I close my eyes, my heartbeats synthesize to its tune. Sometimes I even get a whiteout because I am used to the vast darkness surrounding everything. It is a feeling from the earth, maybe, when you are within the desert and the dunes rise high around you, when there is not much left of sky and the light fades out softly, when you don't see your footsteps anymore because they are gone with the wind just a second ago. Then everything fades into one and it gets hard to orientate. You lose the sense of top and bottom, from left to right. There is only one color and you. When I allow myself to get lost, I find myself again, and the magic which this place holds will fill me up immediately. Hashtag my favorite place. I followed the red thread. A cotton cord slid through my fingers. I felt the rough material leaving an imprint on my soft skin. Am I too soft, too emotional? Do I react to everything too quickly? Why do I usually have the feeling that something is wrong with me? Like a puppet played by masters, I tried to please everyone, but this time it was different. Maybe I had moved on. It felt as if I was guided by a path of words in the middle of the universe, as if I knew the foreign language. This floating alphabet of singular letters had an effect on my heart, like tunes playing the beginning of a song. Can a magician fall under a spell? I always wondered. My answer to this now is yes, but suddenly I was distracted by an emotion coming from the left. I followed this sense and left the conversation with myself behind. I followed it and fell and fell and fell. Emotions usually open a gate to a new realm. They do not follow the rules of the world, you know. So it happened that I was guided by a white stream of waves, like a fast running brook surrounded by darkness, opening a well that never runs dry, knowing instinctively that everyone owns one. Then in the next second, it was back as if nothing had ever happened. Hashtag let the words sink in. Feeling alive. She felt something she hadn't known before. anger arising, and thought she disliked what arrived with it. It awakened a new energy within her. Maybe this green dragon had brought change and self-love when she most needed it. Maybe this creature was from another world. No one will ever know. A dragon can be a wise friend. In the end, it freed her. She needed fierceness to go through this. Even when she felt that, it threw her out of her comfort zone. In some instances in our lives, we will shatter to pieces and recollect our bits like a puzzle. We will become even more whole, even when parts of us may still seem missing. We will find ourselves of cracks and splits in the darkness of possibilities. Boys and girls, this will be the last one. She was all this and knew. She needed possibilities, stars shining on her way, glittering with magical dust, lighting up the path, not yet seen by anyone, not even known to her. She had always been the wanderer, needing this breath of the ocean, the constant changing wind of the mountains, the scent of cinnamon and cocoa, whispering to her from far off places. She just sets on one step after the other, knowing that she will find out. And I'm going to go back to the one that I really connected with. Boys and girls, I do not own the right to any of these stories that I read to you, but I do love storytelling magic. And today's magic is poetry by Miriam Otto, Yellow Drops of Stardust, a collection of poetry, thoughts, and art. And the one that speaks to me the most is, I strongly believe we hold a whole universe within us, like little worlds and endless realms, with vivid landscapes and stories just waiting to be told. Kind of like how I waited my whole life to find what it is that I was meant to do, and it turns out that I was meant to read to you. That's why it speaks to me. With vivid landscapes and stories just waiting to be told. Oh yeah. You hop from one island to another while you are surrounded by waves of emotions. And that's what I was surrounded by when I wasn't sure exactly what to do, when I wasn't able to be with my kids. With crystal clear waters so salty that you lose control in the depth of it, when you fill your lungs with the breeze of the ocean and the tips of waves on your lips. When I filled my lungs with all the love that I was carrying around and holding, that I wanted to send to my kids. The waves on my lips, out came the words, and that's when I found that I was able to come on here and just read to you, reading to you just about every day at Bored with Miss Reynolds on YouTube. Better off reading every day. Boys and girls, it has been my pleasure to bring this book to you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are enjoying your Friday. And I hope that somewhere in there you'll find something that speaks to you like a lot of this poetry has been speaking to me. And I love the way it starts out. I love the way it invites you in. I've never seen this before. It says, imagine this book becoming your companion over the next day, week, or maybe even for a month. Like us, imagine me becoming your companion over the next day, the next week, or maybe even for a month. You decide. Let yourself be surprised and feel at home. And that's how I feel whenever I'm here with you. I'll see you soon, boys and girls. And ladies and gentlemen, Poetry Friday. a great start and a wonderful end. Bye.